Hello guys, my name's Crescenda and this is my YouTube channel. I own a business called Out of This World Candle Company. I first got the idea around March 1st, I believe. Obviously it was connected to Rona. When you get holed up in the house, it gets the juices flowing. So this whole candle situation started because I got into spiritual practices. The more I got into them, the more I found myself wanting to find creative ways to cope with my stress and also find a way to where I could work from home, because I realized that the environment that I was in just was toxic for my mental health, and also I just want to spend more time with my family. Real quick, I'm going to be making candles in the process while I'm explaining all this to you guys, so just so it's not completely random, you know what I'm doing. I'll try and give little explanations of things along the way as I'm making it, but other than that, I'm just kind of explaining how everything came to where it is now. This is my Soy wax. I've already gone through almost over 40 pounds. But yeah, all kinds of things happened and my creativity just went off, and I watched YouTube videos like I have my whole life and found people who did what I'm doing now. I just kind of fell in love with what they did and went along their journey and started my own. So now I'm bringing you along mine. Alrighty, while I wait for my wax to melt, I'll do some more explaining. So on March 1st, I went to the dollar store, picked up some different stuff that I figured I could use, and made my first round of intention candles and posted a picture on Facebook. I really didn't think that anything was going to come of it, because I got a few comments, but obviously, people don't think you're going to actually start a whole business. They just think that you're kind of messing around with stuff. But I just had the urge to keep going, and so I did. And on March 15th, I had my business idea. At first, it was going to be Out of This World Herbals, because that was back when I was just starting with my intention candles, and it was just going to have the herbs and the crystals in them. Fast forward with research and YouTube videos and all kinds of planning, and it turned into Out of This World Candle Company. I just did all the paperwork and research and planning that it took to make it into an actual licensed business and to have multiple online shops. So then May 10th, I made my first trial run of candles. They didn't get a whole lot of good feedback, so I just kept working, kept doing research. As when I started, I didn't know what I'm doing, and honestly I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm still just learning and applying what I learn as I go. So then fast forward to June 13th, and I officially opened my shop on Facebook and on Etsy, and did announcements, had an Instagram and all that different jazz for it. That time it got a little bit more feedback. I actually got a couple orders, and people were liking my candles when they saw them. They thought they were interesting. And during this time, it was when the pandemic was the worst that it could be. I just had a choice to stay at my job or leave, and with Corona still being so bad, I decided to just leave and stop getting the unemployment, which I never got in the first place, but whatever. So, since things are taking off, I got my stimulus check and I used almost all of it to buy all my supplies to make enough candles to have my store going. It just kept getting better from there. In the month of June, I made $97. And then in the month of July, I made $366. I had the idea to do my molded candles because I started out with just my plain ones that were based off of memes and The Office and Golden Girls. They had these labels that I printed on shipping paper, glued on, and they don't fit right, and they just look horrible. And then I upgraded to my new ones with my actual printed labels. With my cute little molds in them. But yeah, so I just started out watching Kiana Coates from Winding Wick. She's like amazing. She's how I got the idea to do the molded candles. They're just so super cute. Hers are like so cute. I hope I can get on her level one day. Palm Shop Love on Etsy for my labels. I watched Wiki Wiccan. She's the one who made me think about doing the intention candles and how I first learned how to kind of melt wax down and just how any of that worked to begin with. Erica from Memory Box Candle Company. She also is super amazing with informative videos on how to make candles. So yeah, I just watched YouTube videos and Googled and just did all the work. Started off with Amazon on ordering all my stuff, but I wanted to try and focus my stuff around other small businesses and helping them in the time of need during the pandemic. So then I moved on to like Nature's Garden and Southwest Candle Company in Texas. Oh, also my Wicks, Winwick Candle Company is another small business from California. You know, why would we not just support each other right now? It's what we really need. So a little bit of info about my candles. They are 100% soy wax. Nature's Wax C3 100% soy wax, which is a hydrogenated vegetable oil which is 100% hydrogenated vegetable oil from soybeans. Yeah. It's natural, it's cleaner, it doesn't have paraffins. The paraffin wax in a 2009 study by South Carolina University, they did a study burning waxes and noticed that the paraffin wax put off a soot that had benzene in it, which is the carcinogen. Soy wax did not put off that benzene product. So paraffin comes from petroleum, which is a byproduct of crude oil. So also, since it's coming from crude oils, it's not as eco-friendly and sustainable as soybeans are, which, you know, you just grow them and squeeze the oil out of them and you get wax from them. Also, the soy wax doesn't produce all that soot that paraffin candles do, that over time can cause buildup on walls, and also is not good for your breathing. It's what can cause headaches and all those different reactions. It's from those things burning off from the paraffin wax that the natural soy wax does not produce when it's being burned. It's a lot cleaner, more eco-friendly burn than the paraffin wax is, so that's why I chose that. And then I use premium scents. These are not essential oils, they are synthetic premium fragrance oils, but they are phthalate free. They are not tested on animals. They're approved by the IFRA, which is the International Fragrance Association. They can be used in bath products, like in lotions. You know, when they're mixed in with the carriers, they're skin safe. I do plan on getting essential oils one day. They're just a lot more expensive than the fragrance oils are. I'm going to go ahead and measure out some of this fragrance oil for my candle. I'm making a pumpkin spice latte candle right now, one of my favorites, and I'm going to take it around to some of the coffee shops and see if anyone wants to put it in their store, because I did that with my cannabis candles and Happy Hemp. I love that store so much. They were so amazing, and the owner decided to buy some of my candles and put them in their store for retail, and that was just like such an amazing supportive thing for them to do, and I cannot thank them enough. Makes me so happy to see my candles in an actual storefront for people to buy, and especially one of my favorite stores that I go to all the time, that I buy my medicine from, that I know is super amazing quality. But yeah, I hope to get my candles in even more stores because I think it's super amazing to just be in other small stores so everyone's just supporting each other. It's just love spreading the good vibes. It's just my thing. Good vibes. You feel me? I'm so sorry about this setup. I'm filming on my fiance's laptop with his probably rock band mic, and bless his heart, I love him so much for helping me. So big shout out to Bryson for being my biggest fan and biggest helper and putting up with all the craziness that I want to do and always supporting me for it. Alrighty, so my wax is melted, so we're just gonna take this off the heat. I'm gonna add my fragrance oil in. I'm just gonna stir this up for a bit. So yeah, back to the clean, safe candles. My wooden wicks are also eco-friendly. They're grown. The trees where the wood is harvested is in the USA. Yeah, another small business, super amazing. I love them. They've been working super great so far. I know they can be a little tricky at first. You have to make sure to cut them down, like, small so that the flame is touching the wax to make sure that it has something to keep it going. Let me just add some color into this right quick. My colors, I'm still experimenting on my mica powders that I use to add the shimmer to all my molds. They're actually natural, but currently the solid/liquid dyes that I'm using to color my candles are not completely 100% natural and organic. Just gonna wait for this to cool down enough for me to pour. In the meantime, I just want to talk about what's up next for my company. I have my giveaway that I'm going to be announcing the winner for on my birthday, which I guess whenever I post this, the winner will already have been announced. I'm sure there'll be another one coming once this channel gets more followers, or if my Instagram or Facebook gets even more followers. But other than that, I definitely have my intention candles that were my original plan for all of this. I still have those that I'm working on. I just wanted to get better ingredients and just get the idea for them thought out better. I definitely have holiday candles that I'm going to be getting ready for Halloween, my favorite holiday, and then some Christmas ones. I totally want feedback on scents that you want for the holiday candles. I definitely am wanting to work charities into it. That was a whole other reason why I wanted to start this company, was I wanted to start a foundation because whenever the pandemic started, me and my fiance started a garden in the backyard, looking into gardening and all kinds of different stuff. I got the idea of community gardens, and I wanted to start a foundation to build community gardens all over the place to help with the food shortages that are everywhere. It's just plant the food and there's not going to be a shortage of it if we all just take care of it together. But easier said than done. Start a company first, and in the meantime, since I can't have my own charity, I figured I'm going to start making candles. Then I'm going to start associating with charities and giving percentages of it, like a children's candle that can help with the child trafficking, or some type of medical candle for like giving blood, or I don't know, just different charities, cancer candles for the cancer charity, just different fundraisers so that everyone can help with what they really care about, because everything's important, but obviously we all have that one thing that's important to us. So I want everyone to be represented, just like with my candles. I want everyone represented, no matter what you like, what your personality is, what it looks like. I'm going to try and make it for you. Other than that, super long-term goals, I would really like to expand into bath products, making like bath bombs and like bath soaks, body scrubs, lotions, face scrubs, just anything that I can put a scent in that I can make naturally and make cute. I want to branch off into once I get all of this candle stuff situated. The growing process, I didn't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going with the flow and researching and going with my gut because no one knows. We just hope and do. And that's the best that we can do. So it's what I'm doing. I'm doing my best, feeling my best. This is doing something that you really want to do and something that you've wanted to do, and then having it actually be successful and having people actually support you is something that's amazing, and I'm so grateful for. I'm so grateful for everyone who's bought a candle, for everyone who's put input in about candles, for everyone who just was like, yeah, do it, I believe in you. I'm just so grateful for all of you. I'm so grateful for the universe for just giving me this idea and giving me the motivation to go forward with it. And I'm grateful for myself for just putting in the work and putting in the effort and believing in myself like you guys believe in me. So I'm gonna pour this candle once this wax eventually cools down. It's a process. That's something else. When I get more money, I'm definitely investing in better equipment so it doesn't take me quite as long. But I will never complain because I'm doing what I love. So thank you.